my fault. I didn't have them scheduled this morning. I obviously got involved in a tea leaf reading workshop yesterday and forgot to do my schedules for here. And interesting that BeLive still not. It's not coming up on my time. Why not? Why not? Why not? I'll have to refresh that page again. It's great that you guys are patient. Thank you so much. Oh, and good morning, Michelle. Just noticed that you're here as well. Good morning, good morning. And let me see. Is it there or not? I'm just going to have a quick look and refresh. It's not coming up in my time. So where did I send it to? It's supposed to be in the YouTube too. If it doesn't, yes it is. Okay, so that is live. Good. I'll get past that now. We're going to switch over to the cards. Good. And I have that. Oh, that wasn't quite in the right place. And this is the deck that I'm using. It's the Pixies Astounding Lenormand, and it's by Edmund Zebrowski. I really wish this camera focused properly, but it doesn't all the time, does it? And Linda, you're saying, yeah, hello, you should sound like me when it doesn't work, like when I need it to. Yeah, absolutely. And hey, look, it's all okay. And I just noticed that's not quite right lined up. I wanted them lined up a bit like that. I obviously hadn't done my pre-layout, whatever thing it is. Doesn't matter entirely. You see, that should actually be over there a little bit too. There, got it. It's a different layout purely because that's what I like to do when it's a Sunday morning. Good morning, Marie. Yeah, you're watching on my time. It's on my time and the YouTube channel with this BeLive. It's just that I hadn't actually created a schedule for it, so it wasn't automatic, and I didn't save something. It doesn't matter. We're here now. So we're here with 6 cards this morning. They're just how I decided they wanted to be laid. So they wanted to be on a different angle, and it's 6 cards. So the first, as I did that straight line, it wanted straight line, and then it wanted obtuse, or whatever you call it, oblique angle against them. So I'm actually going to read, I sort of went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as I came back down, but I'm feeling that the cards themselves want to actually be read in the pairs. So it's pretty much the energy that's been working up to today, what we're experiencing today, and then it's going to be, what potentially there might be we're preparing for tomorrow, sort of. That's what it's feeling to me. So what we've got is the crossroads and the moon. So it's really been that energy it's that effort. We have had a new moon recently last week. So we are working up to something. So it is bringing us forward in that nurturing and bringing stuff from up in that secret space, so that we're actually starting to reveal more and more something that's worked up to being that crossroads, having to need a decision. So, and I know we've had decisions coming up, choices and things that we're needing to make. So that's confirming that to me in that respect. So this is very much a different diagram of the crossroads to what I'm used to seeing in the other decks. It's pretty subtle. It's almost not, it's almost like a fork in the road rather than just a crossroads. So certainly the choice is there to be made. The decision has been made, I feel, in our minds. So we know pretty much what we're deciding to, decide on, what we have decided, what we're deciding to move into, what we're progressing. So we're starting to even now put our energy into that and focusing what is the moonshine on it. As we're starting to work from a new moon, it goes into that first quarter and then into the full moon. So we are working up towards that. Now, what we've got here, there is the harvest coming in with the scythe, or it's time for weeding, but really it's actually working up to keeping things tidy so that we can get the harvest and gain that reward for the work. It certainly is a hands-on technique that we use with the scythe, and what we're having to do is keep vigilant against what the mice might be raiding. if you think of where grains and that are stored, they're stored in a bag of some sort or a container of some sort. And if we're not too careful, whatever spills out attracts mice, whatever is there in excess and falls by the wayside, they'll be nibbling up, which in some sense they're the cleaning agents, but they also leave behind what is their deposits and so forth. It is a cycle, but we're wanting to actually know that what we've repped, we are using for our benefit as our resource. As much as possible, I suppose, but without being almost at that greedy sense. I'm feeling these words as they're coming out, that we can share, but it's a proportionate to what the use is and need is. The mice will keep nibbling, gorging, and the rest to the point where they are absolutely rolling around like fat little balls of filled up bodies and food inside, and the rest where it's, not to the point of busting, but is it a good use of the resource? We're needing to be careful of what we're using as our resources, because we've done the hard work to actually get to that point. Look after what you've got, because it is that, it is that is our reward. You use it as best you can. Share it where you want it to, not just from the overfill, the overflow that is carelessly left in the tracks. Place it where it needs to be so that it's used to its best ability. Nothing wrong with sharing with the mice if that's what you want to do. But thinking with the Lenormand card deck, the mice is about thievery and stealing to a point. But you can allow it to happen and share in that way, or you can start to take control, have that awareness around what's going on around you. Okay? And here we've got the rewards. It's a further rewards for what our work and our efforts are, because right next to the scythe, we've got the bouquet with the garden. We've put that work in. We've built up our garden. We've got that resource, that beautiful space and place that we can rest and relax, and then even gather what is the beautiful blooms and blossoms from that as a bouquet, as rewarding to others, as rewarding to ourselves as well, so that we are able to spend that time in, just breathing the beautiful air. We know that a lot of those flowers have beautiful perfumes too. It's not just what our eyes see, it's what our smell takes on. It's what we can touch as well. That beautiful feeling of the earth as we're weeding even. I mean, it does feel pretty good to see the end results of that hard work in our gardens, and to be able to bring that inside in bouquets and gift to others and receive. Remember, it's not just about giving, it is about receiving as well. So from that set of cards for our day today, keep in mind it is general. So do set your mind to understanding as best you can. Bring that understanding and connection that you have with your spirit world, with your universal energies, in whatever way you receive them. So do tune in, turn that on, and look at the cards again in your own space and time that you can relax with, even just that visual. Pause the video if you're watching it as a replay, or go to my page where I've got the photo of it sitting there in that static form, and understand for yourself what the messages are that you're bringing in. Good morning, Mark. Lovely to see you here again this morning. Love beautiful faces that I know from even I won't say too many ages ago, will I, Mark? Because it does seem to be a long time. But that's fine. It is fine. We've matured. Matured very nicely. Thank you. So certainly bring in what you need to from those senses, all of your senses. Tune into them, turn them on. Psychic abilities are all of who we are, and we all have them. So certainly, and move into your day with that awareness. Okay, so keep being the best you that you can be in our Sunday here in Australia, and this sort of time zone, and Mark, in yours, it would be in your evening on Saturday. So thank you for popping in, and others, wherever you are in the world, even as replay or watching live. Just step into each and every moment as if it is a present, and be present in those moments. So namaste till tomorrow. Bye for now.